And we are back again for another daily crypto Sherpa news video. That's right, I'm back after that sad ThetaZilla airdrop video. I'm sure some of you guys are still watching that, but we are back to bring you some daily crypto news. In the market, Rich Dad Poor Dad author says get more Bitcoin and warns the biggest crash. Morgan Stanley fund holds more than 28,000 shares of GBTC. El Salvador president clears up misconceptions around Bitcoin law and more. So all that and more, so stay tuned. All right, we're back. Let me pull the screen so we can share the news with you. Bloop, 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 and here we go. The Get More Bitcoin, says Rich Dad author, warning of biggest crash in history. All right, we are here. So Robert Kiyosaki is picking gold, silver, and Bitcoin as his preferred stack of assets in case the everything bubble bursts. American businessman and best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki is picking Bitcoin alongside precious metals, gold and silver, as hedges against everything else. He said in a tweet today, the controversial Rich Dad Poor Dad author, whose books has sold nearly 32 million copies since its 2002 release, has previously voiced views against the macroeconomy and is a longtime crypto proponent. But he now says a global crash of epic proportions is coming. The best time to prepare for a crash is before the crash. The biggest crash in world history is coming. The good news is the best time to get rich is during a crash. He tweeted, adding, bad news is the next crash will be a long one. Get more gold, silver, and Bitcoin while you can. Take care. Those were the words from Robert Kiyosaki on Twitter. Give me 1 second, people. Deliciousness. All right, so continuing on. Bitcoin to as low as 24,000 before a million. Kiyosaki said earlier this month that he expected Bitcoin to fall as low as $24,000, biggest bubble in world history, getting bigger. He tweeted on June 19th, claiming he was already buying gold and silver and was waiting on lower Bitcoin prices. The best time to prepare for a crash is before the crash, but the biggest crash in world history is coming. But the good news is the best time to get rich is during the crash. Bad news is the next crash will be a long one. Get more gold, silver, and Bitcoin. You can take care. So yeah, Robert Kiyosaki is all on board in getting more Bitcoin. So I know I am. Will you? Let's move on with our next article. Next up, ARK Investment partners with 21 shares to market a newly proposed Bitcoin ETF. This is by Aslam Keeley. ARK Investments has joined the line of firms waiting for the approval of a Bitcoin exchange-traded fund. The firm is assisting 21 shares with a new offering, the ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF. 2-to-1 share. Is it 21 or 2-to-1? I almost keep saying 21. 21 shares is a sponsor of the trust, while ARK will assist in marketing the ETF shares, according to the newly filed S-1. The aim is to offer direct exposure to Bitcoin through shares valued daily based on S&P Bitcoin Index, the tool developed by S&P Dow Jones and Dices. The index relies on data from Binance, Bitfinex, Bitflyer, Bittrex, Bitstamp, Coinbase Pro, Gemini, HIT BTC, UB, Kraken, KuCoin, and Poloniex to arrive at a unified price based on a combination of qualitative and quantitative metrics, according to the S1. Like other offerings before the Securities and Exchange Commission, the ARK 21 shares Bitcoin ETF is looking to trade on the CBOE BZX exchange. CBO has filed multiple 19B-4s. The following exchange submits the listed shares of ETF's Hopeful's new fund to launch other similar funds like Van Eck and Wisdom Tree, among others. Coinbase is slated to custody the Bitcoin for the newly proposed ETF, while Bank New York Mellon will serve as an administrator and transfer agent. Recently, Bitcoin ETF applications have seen a wave of extensions as the SEC seeks more time to examine the proposals before it. The clock will start on a decision for the ARK 21 shares offering when CBO files the companion 19B4 and hits the public register. All right, there you have it. So more ETFs in the works. Why does America not have one yet? Blame the SEC for that, because the rest of the world's on it. I think Brazil was the first one to get there, so that was like last week or a couple days news. Sorry, I missed out for you people, but yeah, we got one part of the Americas. Come on, North America, let's get the picture with the rest of the world. Let's just get that out there and see Bitcoin soar. There's the ETF news. Let's move on to our next article. Morgan Stanley Fund holds more than 28,000 shares of GBTC. Morgan Stanley's Europe Opportunity Fund has snapped up more than 28,000 shares of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust product. According to a filing by the firm with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the fund, which seeks exposure to many European companies as well as other assets, owned 28,289 shares of GBTC. That's what it is, Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust product. My bad. Equal to about 1.3 million around the time of the filing. The allocations follows an April filing by Morgan Stanley showing that the firm had given the green light to certain funds, including the European Opportunity Fund, the firm's institutional fund, and Insight Fund, among others, to gain exposure to Bitcoin indirectly. According to the filing, each fund can invest as much as 25% of its total assets into Bitcoin-related products. Grayscale, the largest asset manager in the crypto space, touts its Bitcoin Trust as a way for large institutions to allocate Bitcoin through a product structure as a security. Sometimes its products trade at a discount or premium relative to the cryptocurrency it is meant to track. Still, Grayscale's assets under management have slid lately along with broader crypto prices. Its Bitcoin Trust has around 21 billion under management, according to the Block's data dashboard. That's a pretty nice graph there. So there you have it. Grayscale has about $21 billion in, is that crypto assets alone? Or did I read that wrong? Bitcoin Trust? Yep, their Bitcoin Trust, 21 billion. So I did read that correct. Whew, people, if they have that much in Bitcoin, you just got to realize the big whales out there are buying the coins. Morgan Stanley, MicroStrategy's company. I'm sure Michael Saylor has his own little stash. Jack Dorsey's probably collecting all the ones for himself, not just alone Square. PayPal, Venmo's in the picture now. And then you still have governments. What was it? El Salvador is going to be putting in like 135 million to give to its people into the Bitcoin market. So Bitcoin, there's only 21 million Bitcoin people. Just remember that. There's never going to be any more. There's not going to, well, I can't say there's going to be any less because we got to expect 4 to 6 million is gone, lost forever from lost hard drives, lost seed phrases, lost passwords. But Bitcoin's scarce and whales are collecting. Get on board, people, before it's too late. Let's go on to our next article. Elon Musk tweets his support over proposed Dogecoin changes. Won't they ever do that? Get over Doge already, Elon. I don't even want to read this article because I do not like Doge. People understand Dogecoin is an inflationary token. You get 10,000 new Dogecoin every day. If you think Doge is going to go to $1, times $1 by the current circulating supply of Dogecoin, and that's where the market cap has to be in order to be at a $1 Dogecoin. That's how you can estimate if a coin is going to go places. So if a coin keeps printing more and more coins, it's going to get a lot harder to get to that market cap that it takes to be $1. So do your research, people, on all the coins you invest in. That's why I like Theta. There's only going to be 1 billion out there. If you think it's going to be $1,000 per Theta token, just $1,000 times the 1 billion, that will be the market cap that it has to be at that price. It could be $100. That's a lot closer and easier to do, but just do your research. All right, let's read this article. Dogecoin got a price bump Monday out of another Elon Musk tweet, this time in support of proposed updates. Elon Musk, at the time's controversial SpaceX founder and stop-and-go crypto support, voiced that his late Sunday bet for a set major update to the Doge blockchain. The change would drastically redesign the cryptocurrency software architecture and alter its token economics. The popular joke crypto appears to be gearing up to become a seriously utility coin. After a massive influx of capital earlier this year, it remains to be seen whether the updates Musk supports would be good or bad for the coin's holders should they be adopted. Let's see. Protozol stakeholder suggests reduce average fees 100x for standard transactions on the Dogecoin chains. Split full control over all aspects of fees between miners and node operators, rely less on core development, and bring back functionality, freeing transaction space and incentives to the network. Okay, that's going to do absolutely jack squat. If anything, make it even less in value was what I think, because less fees mean less is going to be taken off, or less, I don't know. I just know it's not going to, if you wanted to save, you got to stop printing more Doge. That's the only thing that's going to save it. You got to impose the rule to be the upgrade to happen for no more Doge to be created, and now we need a burn aspect to happen. That's what TFuel is basically doing, and it's going to become deflationary. Ethereum is doing that as well, so that's the only way Doge is going to do that, people. Do your research on Doge. I don't trust it. I don't put it anymore. It's a joke of a coin. I wanted it when it was under a penny, but that was it. If it goes under a penny again, that's when I'll buy it. But other than that, do your research. That's making me so mad. Let's move on. All right. So Mexico's central bank chastises billionaire over his bullish Bitcoin stance. So Mexico's central bank warns that banks in Mexico aren't permitted to conduct cryptocurrency transactions after Mexican billionaire Salinas Pliego said Bitcoin is a good investment. Mexico's central bank cited the volatility of cryptocurrencies and the fact that they're not backed by any government. The Associated Press reports citing people familiar with the matter. The central bank said in a statement, whoever issues or offers such instruments will be held responsible for violating those rules and will be subject to the application's sanctions. Salinas was a primary beneficiary of the bill submitted in 2020 to make the central bank purchase US dollars that private banks cannot get rid of. He sent out a graphic that said the dollar has silently stolen your purchasing power since 1913. Buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up 7.5% to 34,000 from yesterday. Yeah, that's so true. The dollar has silently stolen your purchasing power because over the years it has just lost value. I'm sure back in, you know how, I don't know, I'm a 30-year-old guy, but our parents would always say, like, back in our day, we can get gas for $20. That's because gas costs 99 cents a gallon. As of now, we're seeing such a huge inflation in gas prices that it's now $4.30. So prices change over the years. The dollar has lost its value, while Bitcoin's numbers have been increasing year after year. We may have a dip, but if you look at the numbers where we were at last year, Bitcoin is still thriving. So continue doing research, people. Make sure you know what you're getting into before you invest any money. Let's move on. El Salvador's president clears up misconceptions around Bitcoin law and Shiba wallet. Here is President, is this President Bukele? Let's see, on Monday, Salvadorian President Nayib Bukele addressed some of the confusion surrounding his country's Bitcoin law and the upcoming Shiba electronic wallet, which is designed to hold both BTC and USDC. As you may remember, the bill to make Bitcoin legal tender in El Salvador got passed by the Legislative Assembly on June 9th. En la sesión plenaria con 62 votes. There's a Spanish El Presidential tweet. But on June 24th, President Bukele announced during a national address that the Bitcoin law will become effective on September 7th. Here are a few highlights from the President Bukele's speech as reported by La Prensa Gráfica, one of the country's most popular daily newspapers. The English transaction article 7 of Bitcoin law states that every economic agent must accept Bitcoin as payment when offered to him by whoever acquires a good or service. However, the president said assured the people of El Salvador that nobody has to receive Bitcoin if they don't want them. Pensions and salaries will continue to be paid in US dollars. Bank accounts will remain in US dollars, not get converted to Bitcoin. The president pointed out that Article 7 of the Bitcoin law, that those who do not have the technology to accept Bitcoin do not have to accept it. The English translation of the Article 7 states those who by evident and notorious fact do not have access to the technologies that allow them to carry out transactions in Bitcoin or excluded from the obligation. Expressed in Article 7 of the law, the state will promote the necessary training and mechanisms so that populations can access Bitcoin transactions. The government is building an electronic wallet called Chivo that will be able to hold both USDC and BTC. Why did I say DC? It's not a US stablecoin. This is US dollar, the actual paper money. This mobile app will be available for downloading from the iOS and Android App Store starting from September 7th. Any El Salvadorian citizen who registers the wallet, which will require entering their unique identity document number and cell phone, as well as submitting to a face scan, can receive $30 worth of Bitcoin from the government. But it seems that they can choose to opt out and receive this amount in USD instead. The president said that those $30 are to promote the use of Bitcoin and to encourage people to download the app. The Chivo wallet will allow withdrawals at ATMs. The Development Bank of El Salvador, Banzai, will guarantee automatic convertibility, which means that businesses that get paid in BTC can choose to receive USDD. But, well, earlier today, President Bukele tried to clear up some of the FUD surrounding the Bitcoin law on the Chivo wallet. Let's see. Here are the main highlights for the updates on that current laws that happened. Let's see, the Chivo wallet is only one of many wallets that can be used and will be fully compatible with other wallets. Personal data requested by the wallet is already held by the government. The use of Chivo wallet will have no cost. There will be no commission to send or receive remittance. I cannot say that word. Remittances, or to make or receive payments, or to convert Bitcoin to dollars, or vice versa. New commission will be charged to merchants as credit cards do. No commission will be charged to merchants. The money that is held or received in dollars or Bitcoin in the Chivo wallet can be withdrawn into cash at any time you want. It can be done at the physical branches and at Chivo ATMs. This will have no commission. There will be more than 200 Chivo points between ATMs and branches in historic centers and shopping centers. You can also make purchases of Bitcoin and other services. So yeah, there you have some clear-ups going on. Like, not all places have to accept the Bitcoin purchase. If they want to accept USDC, they can. So people will have the choice if they want to use the US dollar or Bitcoin. It's not getting rid of the US dollar at all with this law and everything. But this is just to give people, how do I say this? It's to make them less fearful of the market. There's a lot of FUD and uncertainty and doubt out there. That's to scare people thinking this is a very difficult thing to use, and they're so worrisome about like losing all their money. But it's very simple to use, and like I like what they're doing here. They're giving people the option to choose whether they want to use USD or Bitcoin. So way to go, El Salvador. Way to clear things up. All right, last up on our last article. This happened 2 days ago, but I didn't know if it was for real, so I don't want to wait to post it. But controversial Bitcoin blogger Mircea Popescu drowns in Costa Rica. The billionaire Mircea Popescu has reportedly drowned in Costa Rica. He is believed to have had over $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. The controversial figure was involved with Bitcoin since 2012. So, I wonder what's going to happen to that $1 billion worth of Bitcoin. We're just going to lose that from the market, and that's out of the system forever. Like, this is what happens. Like, if someone dies and you have no one else to back up your controls or your seed phrases, Let's look at it. But yeah, that was a brief of what happened. Let's see. The report also states that the lifeguards remind tourists that the area is not beach for swimming. The current. Oh yeah, so he died from a current that happened down there. Let's just read the article. Once known as one of the biggest owners of Bitcoin on the planet, billionaire Mircea Popescu has died, according to Costa Rican local news. According to the Judicial Investigation Agency, Costa Rica, a 41-year-old man going by the same name was found dead. The report did say that the deceased was Polish, but he is actually Romanian. While the original report did have discrepancies about his country of origin, the death has been confirmed by a number of sources to whom Popescu was close. The events occurred around 8:30 a.m. when Popescu entered to the sea to swim in the Tramonto sector, and he was swept away by the current and died on the spot. The local reports state that the report also states that lifeguards remind tourists that the area is not a beach for swimming. The current there can drag you out for miles, and if you swim against it, you die of exhaustion. And who is Popescu, you may ask? The polarizing figure in the cryptocurrency industry leaves behind a checkered legacy along with a treasure chest of virtual currency. The Romanian-born Popescu founded Polymedia, an enterprise rescue and planning firm, in 2007. What he is really known for, however, is his life after beginning work as a Bitcoin blogger in 2012. This led to him to be known as one of the pioneers and early adopters of the digital asset. Since getting in early in cryptocurrency, it was reported that Popescu was at one point one of the largest single hoarders of Bitcoin, with assets in excess of 1 billion. When Bitcoin peaked earlier this year, Popescu's holding would have been north of $2 billion. Popescu is also known for being behind MPEX, a Bitcoin security exchange he started back in 2012, became a hub for Bitcoin's IPOs, and brought him a lot of negative attention from the SEC. Among others, he went on to loudly criticize Ripple and Bitcoin savings and trusts because he viewed them as scams. The latter turned out to be right about, but his behavior, as much as he viewed his, made him so well known in the industry. Popescu was loud, brash, and unapologetic as one can be, became his signature, and grew him a large fan base despite the documented cases of sexism and racism. One such example would be an essay that revolved around what a woman's job should be in the world in which we live. One of those few jobs he believed would be to write a man's eulogy. Oddly enough, the 3 confirmed sources linked above were women he knew well, and their separate posts eulogized Popescu. So far, no word on where his massive crypto assets will end up, as nobody knows of any descendants or the state of his current digital holdings. So, that's what I want to know. I'm sure that's what you want to know too, people. But yeah, so sad day. My apologies go out to the family who have lost him. And there you have it. There we have some daily crypto news. The coin market cap right now, Bitcoin's at 34,400. We are so close to that $35,000 range. Ethereum's back in the 2000s. We are up 6%. Dogecoin's at 25 cents. XRP's at 64. Uniswap's at 17, and Litecoin's at 136. Let's end this program with the Crypto to Fear Greed Index. We are currently sitting at a 25 extreme fear. Yesterday was a 22, which is still a good sign to keep stocking up that truck, people. Back up the BTC, Litecoin, Divi, and Theta. Just load it all up right now. Until this bar hits the green, keep stacking those sats. For those of you who don't know the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, when we see signs of extreme fear, that can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity. But when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So this is a great tool to use when getting in the crypto world. Always use a tool presented to you, so that way you don't lose any money. And there you have it, people. The daily crypto Sherpa news. So much better than the ThetaZilla airdrop. I'm sure that one's getting quite a bit of use. Oh, I think I just got a text from them. Hold on. Let me see this. Is now complete. Oh, no way. My Theta purchase is complete. Okay. Let me share my screen again. We are going back there. Woo! No, not that one. That's my business. Here we go. ThetaZilla drop. Okay. So we are back here. Legendary auction. I am still logged on. Ho. Total balance. My collection. Yes, there it is. Waiting for a transfer. This may take 24 hours, but people, I got it. I got the ThetaZilla collectible. Woo! So if you want to see how I got this, make sure to watch my last video. I just posted that. So it's the one right before this, but woo! ThetaZilla. I can sell this item if I want to, but I'm going to hold on to it because this is my first NFT and I am loving it. Like the McDonald's Happy Meal. So, woo! Theta! That is so cool. Woo! Oh, man. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I am glad you are stuck around and watched this whole thing. So yeah, in case you want to learn how to get into cryptocurrencies and get started, follow my Patreon account. I got a link down below for you where I'm going to be actually taking down all the videos I have on YouTube and strictly making them on the Patreon. So if you want to learn how to trade, store, and just learn about blockchain technology, go ahead there and learn. Subscribe. So again, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, afternoon, morning, whenever you may be watching this, because I love you all, guys. I really do appreciate you. So I will see you for sure tomorrow. The Sherpa is out.